Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant slash Bucktotem Bertram. Say hello, Bertram.
Hello, Bertram.
And this is our full game playthrough for Gloom and Doom. A game that I know bloody nothing about. Apparently it's based on 90s slacker movies, has some supernatural elements. I think it's a visual novel, though I can't confirm that. I can confirm that it did just release on the PlayStation Store. Ergo, I like the look of it. Some of the characters are particularly attractive. Therefore, I wish to play this game. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be curious to see if this is voice acted or not. The date is 25th of December 2000, Christmas Eve. In case you didn't know what 24th of December was. For a lot of kids and some adults, that means being really excited about opening presents when Christmas arrives in the morning. But for Roger Coxburner... My God, his surname is Coxburner. He burns cocks. Anyway, but for Roger Coxburner, it feels... That's a great name. It feels like Christmas is already here. Oh no, do I have to do different voices? No, let's just stick with mine. What? An early Christmas gift. I really don't know why this is happening, but tonight I'm going to score a cheerleader. Okay, Roger. Calm down there, Buster, alright? 1 minute I'm lining up for a movie ticket, and then this hot girl just comes up to me and asks if I want to party. She tells me she's a high school cheerleader, and that her team just won some big football game. And she wants me to buy some beer for her. Oh my God, she's underage. Stay away from her, Roger. You'll go to prison. It's strange, and I know I'm not the kind of guy cheerleaders normally flirt with, It felt like a scene from one of those Japanese romance games. You know. Oh, no. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? The ones where you press X to read all the dialogue while waiting to get to the good stuff. Ho ho! There was a little joke about this game, because we press X. Yes, yes. But I won't need to go home to one of those games tonight, because I am going to nail a girl in real life. Splendid, Roger. I wish you good luck with that. Christmas came early, as will I. I hope it's the only... Oh! He just made the joke after I made it. That's amazing. I hope it's the only thing that will come early tonight. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of a cheerleader. God forbid. No, I can't worry about that now. When life gives you lemons, you don't hesitate to stick your dick into them. Well, usually it's make lemonade, but yes, I'll take don't hesitate to stick your dick into them. Okay. I mean, sink your teeth into them. Oh my god. Oh shit, I don't know what I mean. We've already had a few beers, so I'm too excited and way too drunk to think straight now. But why did she have to bring us to this creepy old house? We should have gone to a motel or something. What if I get a splinter in my butt? I didn't bring any tweezers. Oh well, just remember. Life, lemons, dick.
Hey, Roger, the door's not locked.
Are you sure we should be here?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we shouldn't be, but that's what makes it so fun. What's the matter, Roger? You scared?
No, of course not.
Well, let's go.
No, I'm not doing that voice. Jesus Christ, I can't keep that up. She can have the same voice that I've got as well. Well, let's go in then. She pushes the door open and the two drunk teenagers enter the dusty old house. Roger, I think you're about to get murdered, my bespectacled chap. You look like Bob from Halloween. Inside, the house looks just as old as it does from the outside. The walls are peeling, the floorboards have holes in them, and the door frames have claw marks. There is some garbage on the floor, but it looks like it's been there for years. A strange smell that is neither pleasant nor particularly foul permeates the air. This house probably hasn't had any visitors for a while. Wow, this place is really old and creepy. I know, right? Danger really gets me in the mood. Oh my god. So I'm getting a little wet from being in this old place. Actually, the architecture of this place is pretty solid, and it's quite dry in here. Oh, I see what you mean. Your wetness is probably because of the rain, not the house. Whatever, Roger. Anyway, this place is so totally cutting. I love it.
What does cutting mean?
You mean apart from the way the teenagers use the word? I've no idea. And it's really isolated too. You could... Jesus Christ, nearly choked on my coffee there. You could scream bloody murder and nobody would hear a thing. Do you want to try and see if anyone hears us? Actually, I'm just noticing she's quite skinny. She's a bit too skinny for me. I'd stay away from her, Roger. You might break her in half. Oh my. Suddenly, a door slams from somewhere in the house and Roger screams in shock. I think that's enough shock. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear that door slam? Whatever, it's just the wind. So, do you want to try? Try what? You didn't hear what I said, did you? Sorry, I didn't. Well, if you miss something, you can always press L1. L1? Thanks. I'll do that. Oh, I almost forgot. You can also use R1 to read everything that was said before. The lightning reveals a sign lying on the floor. Hey, look at that. Cool. This is one of those old houses that has a name. Welcome to I can't read the rest of it. This is Derceto Manor. I've heard about this place from the girls on the cheer squad. Derceto Manor? Maybe we should leave. Why? Haven't you heard? There's been a lot of people going missing. Once there was this kid whose parents made him come directly home right out of school. But one day he told his friends he was going to visit an old house and was never seen again. I think it was this house. You are scared. Oh my God, this is what I get for suddenly developing a nerd fetish. Well, if you're developing a nerd fetish, maybe come and pay me a visit. Maybe put some more meat on your bones first, though. I should have asked that other guy at the cinema. He was way more Cusack than you.
What's Cusack?
Maybe she's talking about John Cusack. I don't know. Hey, I'm not scared. It's just that people have been talking about some kind of ghost. I've heard the stories about the ghost too. Actually, I've heard the story a lot of times. Whenever I come across some stories or dialogue that I've heard before, I just hold square to skip it. Aren't you afraid you might miss something important? Square will only skip dialogue you've heard before. It will stop once you get to something new. I see. Yeah, it's really useful for when you don't want to hear the same stuff again and again. Like when you date different guys from the football team, and you realize they're all the same and the only way to tell them apart is the positions they like. You mean the positions they play? No, I mean the positions they like. I've heard that using the square skip method can sometimes cause the graphics to glitch. It's rare, but you can always just L1 until the graphics look normal again. Roger is amazed by how informative Sophie is. So, what do you think about the ghost stories? I think they aren't just stories. Once you hear the same story enough times from different people, it has to be real, right? Seriously, do you still believe in ghosts, Roger? I'm not sure. Come on, Roger. You have to be man enough to make decisions. Most decisions might not make much of a difference, but some of them can really affect the way your story plays out. You see what the game's doing here, dear viewer? Basically giving us a tutorial while telling us the you see what they're doing? Yes, it's very clever, very clever. This choice is going to determine if you stay a virgin tonight. What makes you think I'm a virgin? How do you know I haven't had many girlfriends before? Oh, please. It's totally all over your face like. Well, stuff that gets all over someone's face. Like when you're washing the dishes and you put a soapy spoon under the tap. See? You are definitely a virgin. Okay, I am a virgin. It's just that I'm a romantic guy. I've been saving myself for that special someone willing to have sex with me. I could be your huckleberry. But do you still believe in ghosts, Roger? I can't decide. The pressure is too much. Jeez, Roger, if you need a security blanket, you can always just save the game. You can bring up the main menu by pressing Options. After saving the game, you can always load back to this point in time if you didn't like how it played out. Try it now. Okay. Since you're asking so nicely, quick save. Saved. Okay. Don't forget to save whenever you're making an important choice, just in case something bad happens. You say that like I'm likely to die. You're not going to die, but you might not like the way your story turns out. As my friend Roberta likes to say, save early, save often. I'll try to remember. So, do you still believe in ghosts? Yes. Don't you? There's a whole world we can't even see. Dark things, evil things. Or maybe you've just spent too much time playing basements and basilisks and not enough time getting laid. I'm going upstairs to explore this house. You can come with me if you want. Sophie turns around and starts walking up a large set of stairs to the upper floor. Wait for me! Roger rushes after Sophie and grabs her hand. Halfway up the stairs, Roger suddenly realizes that Sophie's hand is deathly cold. See, I told you there was something wrong with this bitch. Almost as if her hand was carved from ice. Sophie notices him examining her hand. What's wrong? Have you never held a girl's hand before? No, it's just that your skin is very cold. Do you want to borrow my jacket? It's very cowboy of you, Roger, but no thanks. The cold never bothered me anyway. When the pair reaches the second floor, Sophie leads Roger into a room at the end of the hallway. Have you been here before? You seem to know your way around. Because it's obviously her house, Roger. She's obviously a fucking ghost or a zombie or something. Get with the program, man. First time here. But I have a talent for always knowing where the bedroom is, even in a strange house. Because I am a whore. They enter a spacious room with a large bed in the middle. The room is decorated with once luxurious curtains, and a large grandfather clock stands with its hands pointed at 8:40. Something doesn't feel right. It's a windy night, but the air in this room is so still, like it's frozen in time. Whatever, Roger. Why don't we focus on this large bed I found? Plus, it's got soft pillows, which is great because my knees are always getting bruised. Oh my God. Oh, you play volleyball? I kept getting bruised knees until I got better fitting pads. I'm not talking about volley... Never mind, Roger. Roger suddenly hears a strange sound and the hair on the back of his neck tingles. Of all the rooms in this house, this room makes him feel the most uncomfortable. He wonders if it's time to get out of here. I think it's time I get out of these wet clothes. He quickly decides to stay. That was a pretty good gag, yeah, I like that one. Don't you feel it, Sophie? Feel what? A change in the air. Why are you green now? You turning into the fucking Hulk? Actually, yeah. Can you sense something up here? Something evil. I think I can. It's cold all of a sudden, and I don't normally feel cold. I think it is time... Oh my God, Roger's the bad... Oh, what a twist. I think it's time I reveal my true self to you. You're a nerdy pervert that likes being peed on. I've already figured that out, and that's why I've been drinking so much beer. No, that's not it. Roger reveals himself as an incubus demon and bares his jagged teeth at Sophie. Do you believe in evil now? Roger? Ha 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 ha! Oh my god, Roger, there's something really creepy in this room. You mortals are really stupid. The creepy thing is me. I am a demon, and I will eat your soul tonight. No, behind you, Roger. What is that? Foolish mortal. Do you really think I'm going to fall for that? Hello, Zorgrath. Roger has never heard this voice before, but he recognizes it from 1,000 horror stories. Gloom? He slowly turns around and comes face to face with every demon's worst nightmare. A floating torso with massive arms and no legs. A blackened skull with green flames flickering inside it. They call him Gloom, and to see him means death. I'm glad you know who I am. Then you also know what is going to happen to you tonight. Why did I come into this house of all houses? Because you could never resist a young soul, could you? Thank you for luring him here for me, Sophie. Wait, you're Mr. G? Yes. You're a ghost? I'm a wraith. Ghosts are just confused spirits with no goals. Sure, Mr. Wraith, sir. Please let me go. I'm just a cheerleader. Tell me why I should. You might not see a difference whether you let me go or not. And it often seems like your choices don't really affect what happens in the world. But your actions define who you are, and even if they don't change anything now, they will have implications later. You're a lot smarter than you look. Just because I'm a cheerleader doesn't mean I don't read. Really? All right, I don't read. I've just fucked a lot of college professors. Of course you have, Sophie. Of course you have. I'd expect no less from your type. Get out of here. Your payment is under the floor mat. Thank you, thank you. Do not leave me here alone with him. Sorry, Roger. I still don't care about you. Sophie. Come back here again and I'll kill you too. I won't. You'll never see me again. Sophie runs out of the room as quickly as she can. Roger tries to follow quietly behind her. Not you. You are mine tonight, Zorgrath. I go by Roger now. I got tired of always spelling Zorgrath out to bank tellers over the phone. Gloom stares at the incubus, unsure if he just made a joke. Whoa, tough crowd. Roger realizes that if he's going to escape from this house, he will have to outwit Gloom somehow. Sophie's advice about important life-changing decisions suddenly comes to mind. What will Roger do? Well, let's do a quick save here, just in case. Flee or fight? Let's try flee. Oh, fuck this. Roger summons all his willpower to maintain control of his bladder as he rushes past Gloom to escape the bedroom. You played this cat and mouse game with your victims so many times before. You know how this ends. I am not listening to you. Roger finds himself in the second floor corridor. The squeaky stairs are in front of him, but there is also another room he can hide in. Run down the stairs or hide in the other room. Run down the stairs. He runs down the stairs and makes it to the ground floor. But not before he twists his ankle on the last step. Ouch! I hate stairs. Roger desperately looks around for somewhere to hide. A bead of sweat rolls off his forehead and stings his eye. He rubs it in frustration. What's the matter, Zorgrath? Fear is only exciting when you're inflicting it. I'm not afraid of you. However, his lie is unraveled by the damp patch in his pants.
What does that mean?
It means he peed himself, Bertram.
Oh!
Looking around, Roger spots an old chest that is probably big enough for him to hide inside. Alternatively, the exit is just a short runaway, and the front door is left wide open after Sophie made her escape. What now? Make a break for the door. Remembering the mistakes people make in horror movies, Roger decides to get out of the house as quickly as possible. He runs as fast as his twisted ankle will allow and almost reaches the door when it suddenly slams shut. He turns around and sees Gloom slowly floating down the stairs with his hand pointing at the door. Roger tries to reopen the door, but something is holding it shut. You move down the food chain a notch, Zograf. You're the victim now. With the main door held shut by Gloom's powers, Roger will have to find another way out. Go to the living room and escape through a window, run to the kitchen and find a window. Go to the living room and escape out a window. Runs over to the nearby living room and tries to open a large window facing the front yard. It's stuck. Gloom slowly floats into the room. You cannot blame a demon for eating souls, and you cannot blame me for doing what I do. You always were a miserable demon. Always about the work and never about the fun. Come and join us, Gloom. We can go eat some mortals, have some fun. Fun? That's why you always be a bottom feeder, scavenging on low-hanging souls to survive. Gloom's eyes flare up and he hits Roger with his hate blast. The little incubus is flung across the room and he smashes through the window with his head. His world goes dark. Where am I? Roger wakes up in a large empty room. It's definitely the same house, but in a larger room that he hasn't seen before. Like a basement, perhaps. His head feels like it's being crushed and his eyes can't seem to focus properly. What is going on? As he slowly regains his vision, he can just make out that there is nothing here except walls, dust, and an angry Wraith squeezing his skull with a giant clawed hand. Please, I am just a lowly incubus. I'm not even worth your time. You're wrong. Gloom's infamous spectral blade explodes out of his fist. The blade that has claimed the lives of countless demons. Come on, Gloom. I'm just a bottom feeder like you said. You don't need me. You really don't. Every horn counts. What the hell does that mean? I guess we're going to find out. Oh my. I imagine that scene can play out differently. Oh. Okay. Well, when we replay the game, we'll try it different ways. Right, let's continue on. Beep, 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 beep. Ah, okay, I'm awake. I reach out and slap down on my alarm clock. Sigh. Another morning, another day. Time to put my game face on. I crawl out of bed and think about getting dressed for a new day. But first, I need some music. A few scattered CDs are lying near my stereo. Which one should I pop in? The Cure. One can never go wrong with The Cure. After all, this integration is the best album ever. I pop the CD in and I close my eyes for a moment as the synthesizer kicks in to start a very plain song. This is such a good song, and it goes straight into your soul. If I ever make it into heaven, I imagine it would feel like this. Hi, my name is Winona. So obviously inspired by Winona Ryder. I like playing PC games and listening to sad songs. That's funny, so do I. Not PC games, though. PC's for tossers. Anyway, I think I'm a pretty regular teenager. Except that I am also the Doombringer. And I'm probably going to destroy the world. What? You think it's weird for someone to introduce themselves as a Doombringer? But you wouldn't even blink if someone says something like, "Hi, I'm Christina and I like to sing," or "I'm Gina and I drive a taxi." It's just how people self-identify themselves. Some people identify most strongly with their passions, their jobs, or even their hair color. And for me, it's all about my destiny as the Doombringer. I bring doom. That's who I am. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not something I want to do. I'm not a terrorist or some revolutionary. I'm not even particularly angry at the world. Well, not angrier than the average teenager, anyway. I'm really an okay person. But I'm cursed to end the world, that's for sure. I don't know how and I don't know why, but I just know I'm destined to do it. I admit it's not like it was revealed to me by some old guy with a big bushy beard. And there isn't a corny poem out there that describes me blowing up the world, but it's something that I've always known in my heart. That still makes me sound nuts, doesn't it? But trust me, I'm not crazy. And I'm doing my best not to kill you and the rest of the world. In fact, I'm trying everything I can to prevent it from happening. But first, I have to survive another day of faking smiles for my foster parents, and dealing with the asshole customers at work, and trying not to become a giant weird blobby thing that eats the whole city. Well, yes, I mean, that wouldn't be good. Don't be a big blobby thing, just stay the way you are. You look, relatively attractive. You know, standard teen angst stuff. Well, no time to dwell on that now. I have to get to work. Joy. Okay, what's happening now? You stare straight into your adversary and see your green eyes reflected off his sunglasses. Your clawed fingers curl tightly into fists and you twist them around slowly to loosen your wrists. This will not be an easy fight. But it's a fight that is long overdue. You are foolish to seek this challenge. I will not go easy on you, so be prepared to feel the full force of my wrath. Too many victories have made you arrogant and overconfident. His name is Mr. Yesterday. Is it a Mr. Today? Mr. Tomorrow? Mr. Half Past 12? I guess we have to keep playing. We'll find out. I'm going to win, and you're going to feel like a right asshole later. Let's dance. Let's dance, old man. I'll dance on your grave. Oh, yes, very funny. The two of you sink into the couch and you start up your trusty old Mega Drone. Instead of Mega Drive. Yes. Are you ready? Let's go, boneheads. Bonehead, now I'm definitely going to own you. The game begins and you speed away in a blue blur, a half step ahead of Mr. Yesterday. I think that's a reference to Sonic. Haha, yes. Very intelligent I am. You take a few well-practiced jumps and are rewarded with pleasant metallic sounds as you collect all the rings in your path. See? It is Sonic. Oops, looks like I made that platform collapse before you could jump onto it. I'm still going to win because I've got more rings. You always look forward to yesterday's visits. After 400 years of living in solitude, it feels strange to have someone to talk to. It's definitely nice, but it still feels a little strange after being friendless for so long. Stranger still is the fact that he's immortal. But that's not going to stop you from beating him in Speedy Hedgehog 2. See? I got the reference just from Blue Blur. Second it said Blue Blur, I knew exactly who they were going to be talking about. I heard you got Zorgraph last night. So glad you did. He's one of the biggest arseholes in the city. Funny thing is, I didn't even need to leave the house. I lured him here with a mortal girl. Very creative. You should get double points for that. Yeah, well, a kill's a kill. You should take more pride in your work. Why? Doesn't mean anything. I'm just doing this to earn my way into heaven. After that, I can finally stop killing. But you're so good at it. You're probably the best at what you do, and most assassins would kill to be as good as... Wait, that doesn't sound right. A job's a job. Do you enjoy what you do? I do. I help people. Just like how, in a way, you're helping people too. I guess so. Maybe you're right. Killing demons. That's what all the good guys in movies do. That's right. You'd be the good guy in a movie. He most definitely would not, but okay. But I still don't really enjoy the killing. Good guys probably shouldn't. Do you find it more difficult to do your job these days, though? Have your ethics changed? It's not that. It's still really easy for me. Really fucking easy. Like Revenge of the Ninja with the unlimited shuriken cheat turned on. Now they're talking about Shinobi. Or Ninja Gaiden. I'm going to say Shinobi. When I need to, I go out there and I cut down demon after demon without blinking. That's because you don't have eyelids to blink with. You know what I mean, smartass. I'm so good at this, it's almost boring. But then again, I was literally created to do this. I just wish I was doing something else. Anyway, I'm sure I'll kill enough demons to satisfy the guy upstairs soon. Soon, huh? Tell me again, how long have you been doing this? 400 years, give or take a few decades? 400 years of killing demons and you're still not done? Michael's doing his best to make it happen, but it's hard to convince the boss upstairs. I've done a lot that I need to atone for. Is that what Michael said? It's the truth, and I have to come to terms with what I've done. You've done a lot of favors for him over 4 centuries, and it's still not enough? I did some really bad things back in the day. You don't atone for this stuff overnight. Do you trust Michael? Not really. He's too much of a weasel to be trusted. But what can I do? I need his help. If you're so hell-bent on making it to heaven, isn't there something else you can try too? You've got a lot of spare time in between Michael's requests. Maybe you can better spend this time doing other things to help your quest. Like what? I don't know. Go help out at an orphanage or something. That's the kind of thing that gets people into heaven, isn't it? Maybe, but I'm going to focus on Michael's quests. He is the most senior archangel in heaven, sitting just under the big boss. Michael controls the seraphim, the angels that guard the gates of heaven. If I can get into Michael's good books, he has the authority to open the gates for me. Oh, just give him a blowjob. I'm sure he'll let you in if you do that. You've got a pretty sizable mouth there, might be good at it. You're banking your entire hopes and dreams on this one chance. Me? I'd explore some other possibilities, especially if I have the time to spare like you do. Like I said, I've killed a shit ton of demons for Michael already. I don't know what the number is, but at this point I've personally killed more than all the other angels. You're not an angel, Gloom. Look at you. Look like a fucking demon. I'm pretty sure my time will come soon. You just have to have some faith. Gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. You turn your attention back to the game. You're about to finish this level and everything has been going your way. In fact, this might be a new personal fastest time for you. You glance at Mr. Yesterday's half of the screen, and you can see him struggling hard to keep up. He has no idea you've almost won. You feel kind of bad and consider letting him get a bit closer before you both finish the level together. Slow down and keep it close. Let's be nice. Confident that you'll still win in the end, you decide to slow down and let Mr. Yesterday catch up. Hey, come on, Gloom. I can see what you're doing. What did I do? You're throwing the game to give me a chance. I can see you jumping around aimlessly. Just play normally. I'm not your little cousin that you have to dumb down for. All right, don't come crying to me later. You dash across the finish line. This round ends and you're the clear winner. Mr. Yesterday nudges you with his elbow. Come on, next round. Bring it. Ooh. Nope. Back to Winona Ryder. Oh, she's in the video store. Ah, she just said it there. Ah, the video store. My little refuge from the ugly world outside. I always hear my classmates complaining about their part-time jobs and how they get in the way of their social lives. But after a long, stressful day at school, it's nice to come here and feel at ease. I love it. I love walking around the movies and being able to pick up a random box and read the blurb to some obscure movie. Or just looking at the new release section and seeing the awesome new box art. Haters say that movies are contrived and they're factory made with predictable and conventional plot lines. They say that it's boring because the hero always wins and good always overcomes evil. Hello everyone in the chat, don't think I can't see you there. I see you lurking. Don't think I don't. But I think I need that in my life. I need to know that if someone works hard enough, they can beat the odds and save the day. I need to know there can be a happy ending. But a job is still a job. It's not all rainbows and lollipops. And when you work in retail, you've got to deal with customers. Better you than me, that's all I say. Like this one that just entered the store. Hi. Welcome to Groovy Movies. How can I help you? I'm looking for a movie. I bet it's a porn movie. I bet he's looking for a pornographic film. Let's find out. Which movie is it? I don't know the name. It's an old movie. Shit sticks. These are the customers I hate the most. Can you tell me anything about it so I can help you find it? Do you know any of the actors in it? Yes, it's Michael something. Michael Bean? Michael Dougie? Michael Keats? I think that's supposed to be Sean Bean, Michael Douglas, or Michael Keaton. But they didn't want to say the actual names. I can't be expected to remember their full names. Anyway, I can tell you about the cover, though. Great, that would be helpful. It's the Michael guy on the cover. Okay. He's a guy with a gun, and then there's this girl he has to save. I think he's talking about Terminator. Let's see if I'm right. Thanks for nothing, video store gods. I'm never going to guess this movie. A guy with a gun and a girl he has to save. That's half the movies in this store. Are there any other details you can remember? No, I think that should be specific enough for you to find it. You work here, you should know your products. Kill me now. How should I deal with this customer? By kicking him in the balls. Take down his phone number. Okay, tell you what, you leave your contact number and I will call you when I find it. That's a good idea. He gives me his number and I write it down on a post-it. I can either stick it next to the phone where I can see it or under the counter where I can't. Next to the phone. I stick the post-it next to the phone. Okay, sir, we'll call you when we find the movie. Thank you. The guy opens the door and leaves. The door lets in a strong gust of wind that knocks the post-it off the phone. It flutters onto the ground and I stare at it while biting my lip. What should I do with the post-it now? Stick it back. Oh, I told him we'd call him back. I reluctantly pick up the post-it and stick it back. I even use a bit of sticky tape to secure it properly. Finally, I have peace and quiet again. Since the store is empty, I take the time to rearrange the new releases in the shelves up front. It's amazing how some customers just can't seem to put movies back where they found them. Do these people have memories like goldfish? Is it really hard to put the movie back together with the other copies that have the same cover picture? Not that any of this matters once the apocalypse kicks in. I have to ignore the assholes. Ignore the bullies. Just stay focused on not ending the world. Well, that would be incredibly helpful, wouldn't it? I mean, you know.